it by your own. It's difficult. It's difficult. You have 200 countries. You can't know every country of them, of everyone. But when you know universe awareness, universe awareness is a big institution. So they have people all over the world, and they help me screening. So what is next year universe awareness going to do? They're going to give away 30 telescopes, but by a wedstrijd, by a competition. Yeah.
Okay.
So they have a competition to youngsters, to institution also. Just like the same like is going on in South Africa now in Johannesburg. Something like that. So they're screening the school, they're screening the people, and it's work like that way. It's better. It's much better, and it's easier for me to.
Yeah. Share that responsibility a bit.
Yeah, it's a big responsibility. Yes, that's it.
Okay. These telescopes that you've sent to us at ScopeX to distribute, they've got a lot of signatures on them.
Yeah.
Who are these people who've signed them for us? I think some of them are astronauts.
The most of them are astronauts. They are weather forecasters, scientists, the rector of our university, our dean of the faculty, science, and so on and so on. Yeah.
That's quite an endorsement then for whoever receives these. They must know that.
Yeah. That's my job. That's a full-time job. At this moment, there are 20 telescopes in the European Astronaut Center. And I have told Frank de Winne, I need them in March next year. And I have said to him, okay, you have the 20 telescopes in your bureau. And I want all the astronauts who came by all sent her signatures on the telescopes.
Right.
And he mailed me this morning, do you have bigger telescopes? Because many astronauts. That's true.
How big are these telescopes then? What size are they?
They are a meter long, so there's a diameter of 9 centimeters, 90 millimeters, and 900 length.
Focal length.
So the focal length 900, yes.
And they're refractors, right?
They're refractors.
90 millimeter refractor. That's a nice sized telescope.
That's a nice sized telescope. Yeah. I'm be sure.
Yeah.
Well, normally in Ghent we make reflectors, so Newton telescopes. But when you send Newton telescopes around the world, you must collimate them. It's not so easy for someone for a school, so that's not done. So refractor is much easier to use.
Yes.
That's the way I choose for a refractor too.
No, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
So with a telescope that size, what can maybe not experienced astronomers like us, but newcomers, what would they expect to see? Be able to see?
I always say start with the moon. The moon is always exciting. Start with the moon, start with the planets, start with M13, so the brightest deep sky, the brightest Messier object. So something like, and learn. See and see, that's 2 times C. So you must learn what you see.
Yeah.
It's always experience, and that's why you need something to guide you. That's we have universe awareness again.
Okay. That's wonderful. I would say actually for Southern Hemisphere observers, I would start with the moon, of course, but M13's not that interesting to us because we've got Omega Centauri and 47 Tucani and
you're on the other side.
I can boast for a second.
Yes, I know. So there is many things to see. There is many interesting things to see. So the moons of Jupiter, the rings of Saturn. So
I think things that change over time as well.
Yeah.
They can go back, and it's different.
Yeah, that's different. That's so. Yeah.
Mm.
The one night is not the other night. So yeah.
Mm. Okay, so if anybody would like to learn more about this or learn more about SSVI or to speak to you, how can they get hold of you or where can they learn more?
Well, just see on the URL, so www.ssvi.be.
Mm-hmm.
And there is my mail address on it, or everything you need is on it.
Wonderful. And people can mail you and chat to you. And if there are any other schools that would like to speak to you as an option, they can call you directly, or should they go through Universal Awareness or?
No, they can call me. They can call me. That's no problem. When they email me, we can see what we can do. I must say we have a limit. We have a limit of 30 telescopes in a year.
Okay.
Because it's it's not easy to do. It's also expensive.
Mm-hmm.
We have the telescopes for free, but you must send them. We have the mounts. We have a lot of things. So it's not easy, and it's really not cheap.
Mm-hmm.
So we have many people who doing donations and we need this to keep the project alive.
Okay. Well, if they'd like to support you, then I suppose they can also just contact you directly as well.
Yeah, of course.
Fantastic.
Of course.
Well, thank you, Jean-Pierre. This has been wonderful.
Oh, and before I forget, we started in 2015, and now we are present in 34 countries.
34 countries.
All over the world. 34. That's I checked it this evening. 34.
That is well done. Very nicely work.
Yeah, that's very nice work. So very happy with that. We are all very happy, me and my team. So it's just great.
Fantastic. Well, okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So that's the show today. I told you it was going to be a short one. Thank you so much for listening. And if you enjoy the show and you know anybody else who might be interested in listening, send them along to www.urban-astronomer.com. They'll be able to play through the archives and will find the subscribe links for whatever platform they normally use to listen to podcasts. Or they can just search for Urban Astronomer on iTunes or Google Podcast or Stitcher or basically any other podcast directory that you can think of. If you know of one that does not have me listed, let me know and I will fix it. If you'd like to leave a rating or a review on any of those platforms, well, that would also be lovely and greatly appreciated. On the other hand, if you want to offer something more concrete, there's always the Patreon account. I still don't have a large number of Patreons on it, but you guys are starting to show me the love, and it's fantastic. If you'd like to join that group, please head on over to patreon.com/Urban Astronomer Podcast, or just click on the Patreon link on urban-astronomer.com. If you'd like to hear more from me, besides what's on the podcast, I am on Twitter at UAstronomer, letter U, ASTR, etc. And we have a Facebook page at facebook.com/Urban Astronomer. And if you'd like to reach out to me or ask questions or correct mistakes, you can always just mail me at podcast@urban-astronomer.com or leave a comment on the show notes page. I guess that's it. So thanks again for listening. Don't forget to subscribe so that you can catch the next episode without having to, wait for an announcement. Don't forget to come to ScopeX this Saturday. I'll be looking for you. You can come say hello. And yeah, that's it. Until then, clear skies.